Today, the cryptocurrencies are under pressure as we kick off the first trading week of November. Web3 firm Animoca Brands gears up to go public via reverse merger, and earnings season is underway. Dan Dolev of Mizuho breaks down what to expect from some of the biggest publicly traded crypto companies. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Mackenzie Sigalos. Major cryptocurrencies are in the red to kick off the week. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin fell 3% to the $106,000 level. Ether traded more than 6% lower as Ethereum-based DeFi protocol Balancer was exploited today with losses topping $70 million. And then Solana's Sol token dropped more than 8.5%. Now, taking a look at some crypto miners, Cipher Mining shares soared nearly 16% as of around noon Eastern after third quarter results exceeded expectations. Cipher posted a narrower than expected loss of 1 cent. Now, along with earnings today, the company also announced a new $5.5 billion 15-year lease with Amazon Web Services to deliver around 300 megawatts of AI computing capacity by the end of next year. Also, Core Scientific shares are up more than 4.5%, and CoreWeave shares are down by more than 3.5% as of midday. That follows last week's rejection of CoreWeave's $9 billion offer to buy the crypto miner. Core Scientific shareholders voted against the proposal on Thursday, marking the second failed attempt by CoreWeave to acquire the company. Okay, let's talk about the top stories. Web3-focused firm Animoca Brands is looking to go public via reverse merger. NASDAQ-listed fintech company Currency Group announced the proposal in a press release out this morning. The merger would result in shareholders of Animoca Brands owning about 95% of the resulting company, while Currency shareholders would hold about 5%. Yatsu, co-founder and executive chairman of Animoca, said in the press release that the proposed merger will result in, quote, the world's first publicly listed, diversified digital assets conglomerate. Animoca Brands focuses on digital asset services, tokenization, and decentralized gaming. The proposal still faces due diligence, along with shareholder and regulatory approvals. Next, the CEO of Standard Chartered envisions a future where nearly all global transactions are conducted on a digital blockchain ledger. CEO Bill Winters made the forecast today while speaking to a crowd during a panel at Hong Kong FinTech Week, as crypto adoption among mainstream banking and finance institutions keeps growing. He also said he believes eventually all money will be digital, which would mean a complete rewiring of the financial system. Standard Chartered has been ramping up its involvement with digital assets in recent years, including offering digital asset custody services, trading platforms, and tokenized products. Last, President Trump is saying once again that he knows nothing about Binance founder Changpeng Zhao, despite granting the Binance founder a pardon last month. The president made the claim during an interview with CBS's 60 Minutes, which aired over the weekend. Now, for context, Binance is financially linked with World Liberty Financial, a crypto finance platform that sends 75% of token sales revenue to a company linked to Trump and his family. Now, during the interview, Trump suggested that he didn't know about Binance's involvement in World Liberty and that his decision to pardon CZ was motivated by a desire to make the U.S. more globally competitive in the nascent crypto industry. Trump accused former President Biden's administration of waging a, quote, witch hunt against CZ, even as he repeatedly denied knowledge of his case. The president did, however, say that he was told about the situation and that CZ was a, quote, victim, just like he was by the Biden administration. CZ stepped down as CEO of Binance and pleaded guilty to a charge of failing to sufficiently combat money laundering on his crypto exchange back in 2023. Now, during the interview yesterday, the president also said his sons are involved in crypto much more than he is, and that he knows very little about it, other than knowing that crypto is a huge industry. He went on to warn that if the U.S. is not going to be the head of it, China, Japan, or someplace else will. All right, crypto earnings are in full swing. Coinbase and Strategy both reporting stronger than expected results last week. And now Robinhood, Circle, and more are on deck in the days ahead. For our main story, I spoke with Mizuho's Dan Dolev about what to expect as we get results from the biggest publicly traded crypto firms. So Dan, let's start with Coinbase, which Mizuho is raising its price target on up to $320. That's after the company reported Q3 earnings that beat Wall Street's expectations. What's the outlook for Coinbase in your view, given just how much adoption and competition is growing right now?
Yeah, hey, it's a great question. Look, I mean, one of the reasons they beat they acquired Deribit, and so a lot of the upside on the institutional side was actually M&A and not organic. I think on an organic perspective, they're doing okay. They're not doing exceptionally okay, but they're doing okay. Our worry about Coinbase, you're talking about the outlook, is that they're so levered to crypto, right? Like there's no hedge. You get that hedge with Robinhood. And so if something were to happen to crypto, that's not a good thing for them. So I would say we're neutral because of that. It's just that overexposure to crypto and lack of kind of like diversification into other meaningful revenue streams.
Now, stablecoin issuer Circle is one of the crypto names Mizuho initiated coverage on this year. The company has been in the headlines more and more lately as USDC is integrated into more businesses. Coinbase and PayPal both offering services with the USDC stablecoin. We also got a report out from JP Morgan last week, which found on-chain activity for USDC was surpassing Tether. Is Circle setting itself up as the clear winner in the stablecoin space? And where do those stablecoin wars stand now that we've got that Genius Act passed into law?
Actually, I'm very bearish on Circle. I mean, I could not be more bearish on Circle. I love stablecoins, don't get me wrong. But if you listen to what Visa's CEO said on the call, there's going to be a lot of stablecoins. In like 1, 2 to 3 years, everyone's going to have their own stablecoin. The banks are going to have their own stablecoins. Tech companies are going to have their own stablecoins. So what's so different about Circle? We view this as like much ado about nothing. And at the end of the day, you've got all these forces coming at you, right? You've got rates coming down. You've got all new partnerships actually biting into their unit economics. We don't see a reason why someone should actually like Circle. It's overvalued, let's say, par excellence.
Now, looking ahead to some other crypto earnings set to drop in the next few days, Robinhood is out with third quarter results on Wednesday. What can you share about what to look out for in Robinhood's earnings when it comes to crypto? Because crypto revenues nearly doubled in Q2. So what do you expect to see now?
When it comes to crypto, I mean, the data is out there. It's going to be, I'd say it's going to be probably in line to slightly better. The more exciting thing about Robinhood, I think, is how many more users are going to start trading on Robinhood, right? So you're going to get, in our view, the surprise element on Robinhood could be those MAUs, because remember, now they're live in Europe, they're getting into other markets. It's that the adoption of Robinhood by new users that makes it more exciting to us than ever. I mean, the stock price is basically close to our base case price target, which is pretty amazing how far they've gone.
Another name that's on deck next week is Figure Technologies. Mizuho initiated coverage of the stock with an outperform rating in October. What are you expecting from this quarter? Because this crypto company went public in September, and we're getting our first earnings since its IPO.
Yeah, we love Figure, and it's been one of the few IPOs that have actually been successful. That being said, you know what's interesting about it? It's everything great about Figure is actually not crypto related. They're positioning themselves as a blockchain thing. Probably maybe in 2 to 5 years, it's going to be a big blockchain story. But right now, it's a HELOC marketplace. It's a very, very successful, very powerful HELOC marketplace. Probably one of the highest quality companies in our coverage. But the good thing, let's call it the catalyst, the crypto catalyst, is something that is probably going to materialize in the next 2 to 3 years. Right now, it's an amazing HELOC marketplace with a crypto halo, but not crypto fundamentals.
From Mizuho's perspective, what else should we be watching in the crypto space right now?
I mean, you're looking at, where Bitcoin is right now. And I think the most interesting thing on crypto, and I don't know if you're going to be at the Block Analyst Day in a couple of weeks, they're really pioneering payment. I'm going to be there, and they're going to really they're pioneering payment with Bitcoin. We think this is like the big test for Bitcoin. Like this is the big test, right? Like they have all these 3 to 4 million merchants and the Cash App consumers. And the key question is, are people actually going to be paying with crypto, right? Like, or let's say more specifically with Bitcoin. And if this works, this is a huge thing. If it doesn't work, I think it sort of puts the kibosh on Bitcoin as a payment mechanism. So we're very hopeful and we're very optimistic, but this is the big test. This is it. It's like, now or never for Bitcoin payments.
Okay, that's all for Crypto World today, but we'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll see you then.